Hi everyone, Alex is here. Newsroom part 2? Let's finally start. Carbon, a modern replacement for C++ from Google. What is Carbon? It's a new programming language created by Google, and in general it will help you to fix problems that you could have with your C++. So, it is a powerful language that is also very complex, and of course it's about C++. And Carbon keeps the performance of C++, but it helps to work with simpler and easier syntaxes. So it is also compatible with C++ code, meaning developers can slowly go in from C++ to Carbon. So in 2025, Google shared a big plan for their new programming language. They released a new roadmap for that. Developers can already try early versions. Google plans to launch that 1.0 in 2028. The current focus is on improving the plays, adding clear and error messages, and supporting modern IDE. Many developers are excited of that, so if you're working with system level programming, it will make much easier to work with that. So it will really be safer without giving up speed, and it will be modern. A lot of people will use that, and one of the most important things that Google will support it. Gleam 1.0, a safe and functional language on Beam. Gleam is a functional programming language that runs on Erlang Beam virtual machine that is used by Erlang and Elixir. Functional programmers helps avoid bugs by pure functions and immutable tables. Gleam adds static typing, which means the compiler checks code for mistakes before it even runs. In June 2025, finally, Gleam officially released 1.0, so it means that it's ready for production use. It is clear, easy to read, and it is great for chat apps, for your IoT systems, or for your servers. So Gleam is designed to work smoothly with Elixir, so you can mix them together. This makes it great for teams already using Beam who want better type safer and compiler helper. Even Throughout Works added Gleam to their Adopt Radar, recommended it for new backend projects. So maybe you also should try it out. Lua 225 R2, faster building for everyone. Xojo is cross-platform development tool that lets you to have one code base and build apps for Windows, macOS, web, Linux, and even mobile apps. So it uses languages similar to Visual Basic, which is beginner-friendly and fast to learn. The 225's release 2 brings major improvements. So it speeds up your app builds, reduces load in IDE, and finally it improves support for your ARM chips M1, M2. Also, it introduced new caching for libraries, so this will help your large projects to run and build much faster than it used to. So if you're working with business tools, dashboards, or internal apps, Xojo is now even more efficient and accessible. Other returns to the TIOBE top 10. So ADA is a programming language that is made safety strictly systems, like airplanes, medical devices, and military technologies. It's known for being extremely strict. If your code complies, it's probably correct. That's why big companies trust it. So in July 2025, ADA reached ninth ranked in the TIOBE Programming Language Index. The first time ever in the top 10. Why now? More companies are focusing on code safety, especially with AI and robotics, like that is taking part of our everyday life. It is being used for new industries where bugs can be dangerous. Includes autonomous drones, space systems, and even banking systems. So, even it's an alt language, it finds new ways to be still on trend. Lua 5.5.0 beta new era for tiny giant. Luna is a small, fast scripting language. It is used in Roblox, for example, in web servers like Nginx, and embedded systems like Arduino, for example. It is famous for being super lightweight, and it's easy to add to others' programs. At the end of June, Luna released 5.5.0 beta. This version improves memory usage, function calls performance, and platform supports. It also supports better compatibility with modern compilers and devices. You know what? Even after many years, Luna is still here. It's a great tool for building small, effective, and working with limited hardware. So, this update shows Luna is just not surveying. No, it's evolving. And with new cases like AI and robotics, it will grow. So if you're still not know this one, I think this is the time. Scala 3.8 Plus will only support GTK 17 and above. Scala is a modern programming language that mixes object-oriented and function styles. It runs on JVM, so Java Virtual Machines. So it works well with Java and many powerful tools like Spark and Kafka. The Scala team just announced that from Scala 3.8, the language will support only Java 17 or higher. This means you must update your Java to keep up with latest Scala features. Why it's important? Java 17 brings a lot of new features, better memory management, pattern matching, sealed classes, and improved performance. Scala 3.8, expected later this year, will be long-term support, LTC means version, perfect for companies that want stability. Programming language that looks like English. This is experimental programming language that looks like English sentences. This is really not a joke. It's designed to be readable by humans and understandable by computers using formal logics and types. In June 2025, researchers released a new paper of work. It shows that how developers can use Linguine to be like your app to be working. So it is really sounds like natural English sentences. For example, if it contains them, do this. Otherwise, ignore it. But under the hood, it uses handle binary type system, just like Husky or Oka. Why is that exciting? Because of LLM, large language models. So all of you know that LLMs are using mostly text to communicate, to understand what is happening, and they're really professionals in text writing. So that's why a lot of them are using also for code bases. But here is the thing, that code is different grammar, different logic than simple sentences in English words. And if we can combine, for example, the knowledge of LLMs, that's really impressive, for writing English sentences to programming, maybe it will create something unusual, impressive. For example, if such programming language will be created, we can just ask to write how an application should work for our database, for example. And it will write just text, amazingly logic, strictly, and step-by-step realization of that. And that can be converted easily, ideally, to your app. That's the interesting thing. That it can be really human understandable and formally correct. So a lot of developers are using right now ChatGPT, for example, or any other LLMs to work with their code, and after some part they cannot even understand what does it work, but it works. But in such a way they will do. And once more time, I think the idea is here that LLM is better in simple text than in coding. And if we can combine that, something interesting can be. So it will create safe and understandable softwares, especially for education, prototyping, or AI co-programming. Thanks everyone for watching this video. So that was Newsroom Part 2. If you're really excited of the new features, please write down in the comments what you're expecting to see more. And to write also what do you think about this news. I'll see you in next videos. All the best for you.